Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Payne with the Calliope Collective, and today we're featuring one of our newest properties, Casa di Langa in Italy, and we have Emanuela Carosso joining us. Hi, Emanuela.
Ciao,
Ciao.
buongiorno.
Oh, buongiorno, yes, I should say. So she's going to give us all of the updates as well as maybe introduce you for the first time to this property. So we're just really excited to learn more, and I will turn it over to her. If you have any questions, put them in the chat, and we'll answer those at the end.
Okay, so I'll share my screen so you can see the presentation and some pictures. Okay, now you should be able to see it. So everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. I'm going to introduce you to this very new property. We are in Piemonte. It's a very new and upcoming region in Italy that is growing daily, really, in terms of tourists and touristic offer. We are in a southern part of Piedmont. This map will help you locate the exact position. So Piedmont is in the northwest part of Italy. It's bordering France, Liguria and Valle d'Aosta, as well as Switzerland on the northern part. It's very strategically located because it's almost equally distanced from many key points that you might want to explore while in Italy. And specifically, Torino is about an hour away, and the biggest and most important city near us is Alba. Alba is in between, as you can see from the map, between Barolo and Barbaresco wine regions. These are the destination on their own for food lovers and wine lovers especially, but the region itself has so much more to offer. So we'll dig in just a minute. As I mentioned, we are quite strategically located because the distances between many of the most chosen destinations in Italy, it's almost the same everywhere. So you can go north to Lake Como and Milano, you can go south to Cinque Terre, you can also do a bit more foodie itinerary around Bologna, Modena, in the central part of Italy, or you can go east-west to France with Monte Carlo, Monaco, and the Côte d'Azur, and that's a very short drive. It's between 2.5, 3 hours, depending where you're going. So you can also think of your clients staying with us for 2 or 3 days in the middle of a larger itinerary and start discovering this region that has a lot to offer. So as you can see, Casa di Langa here in this picture, it's a U-shaped building in the middle of nature. We have 42 hectares of property around us. And this is a variety of vineyards, a big forest. We have fruit orchards, hazelnuts, and it gives you complete privacy. It gives you complete silence as well. You see the U-shape that's where all the 39 rooms are. So they're all around these 3 sides, and each single one of the room has its own balcony. And when I say balcony, I mean it's almost some are really big terraces. So like this one has actually 2 sides with the balcony. This one here instead, it's a 50 square meter terrace per room. So it's quite spacious. This will give you an idea on the side. So it's built over different steps, and this basically allow us to have amazing views throughout the property with nothing that ever closes the view. This is winter time, but this picture helps me explaining you this big forest that we are so lucky to have because it has century-year-old trees on the side, and we have cleaned it up. And we created a mindfulness path, trekking path, and also we can do a truffle hunting activity directly on property. You leave from reception with the truffle hunters that pick you up in the morning, and then you walk down 10 minutes, you're in the middle of this beauty, and you can go and look for truffles with the dog. This is the view I mentioned, that's throughout the hotel, and this picture was taken in autumn. As you know, the hills and the vineyards are magical during that time because everything is changing color. Moving it to the inside, that's how it looks. So it's more like a house, it's like someone's living room, and that's also the reason why we called it Casa di Langa, because we want it to be homey and we want our guests to feel like at home. At the back here where the picture is taken, you have a cocktail bar that it's open and serves drinks and food. Also outside these windows, we created a big patio area with some tables, so you can really enjoy a bit of the view and a good drink as well. This is the rooms. These are some shots of different room categories, so you can see the mood, the colors are really very much on the natural end, so the neutral palette, very warm and very bright. And there's a lot of natural elements as well, so you have lots of wood, a lot of leather, we have terracotta, a lot of stone as well. I'm actually in this specific room here that you see in the picture now, and yeah, that's another view that you have in wintertime. This is the Monviso, and it's the Alps around us. And this particular mountain inspired Paramount Pictures for its logo. So we have it right there in front of your eyes every day. This is the cocktail bar I mentioned before, the spa. This is a tiny spa for now, but we have projects to make it larger, hopefully soon. While this space is tiny, but yet very private and comfortable, we decided to keep a bit of COVID rules, even if now we're well past that, but in the sense that we want to give this space as private use for every reservation for at least an hour. And this means that unless you're traveling with some friends or family that you want with you, we won't pair you with any other client of the hotel. So you have complete the space all for yourself. We also have some cabins for massages and the gym over there. We jump down to the pool, which is heated. It's open from mid of May until the middle of October, again, depending on the weather. It's served by a pool bar that offers salads, fresh dishes, something very light and refreshing during summer days. We also make pizza, because we're in Italy, we can't not have pizza. And this is the view from the pool as well. So it's an infinity pool, and you have the Barolo Hills right in front of you. We arrived at Faula. Faula is our restaurant. Literally translates as story or fable, and it's the complete representation of what the idea of Casa di Langa is. So this sustainable concept, it kind of shows off at the table. We have this huge vegetable garden at the back of the hotel. It's 3,000 square meters. We grow a lot of crazy amount of vegetables with our gardeners. And all these elements are then showcased on the plates during breakfast, lunch, dinner, throughout the day. We have always fresh vegetables coming from the garden, as well as 5 large pool of herbal herbs and flowers. We can eat every single one of them. There's over 170, and they're amazing. They're used for cocktails. They're used for garnish in the dishes. They also use for spa infusions. So basically throughout the hotel. You can also dine outside during summer. You have an amazing sunsets right in front of you. These are some of the shots of the garden itself. Dishes with the truffle, and these are some of the activities. Of course, we have a front desk concierge team that can help you organize whatever you need, but within the hotel we offer this truffle hunting experience we briefly mentioned before. So it's done in our forest. We can do we can do wine tasting with our sommelier, different level of sort of depth and knowledge, so depending on your client's level, we can adjust that. And also we can do can rent Vespas, we can rent e-bikes for you. We can do an amazing garden tour with Luigi, who's a super cool activity to really understand the whole concept. And this to say also that we're open throughout festivities in Christmas and New Year's. So if you have clients staying in Italy during this time of the year and you want them to spend with us the special days, please let me know. We're going to be closing mid of January, reopening early March. So that gives us that 10.5 months seasonality. And this is us. So I think that's all on my side. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Such a great team. We did have, you said, you are not open year round, so you just covered that. Length of stay. What's the average length of stay, or what do you suggest to really explore the area?
Yeah, I think 3 days and 2 nights are generally the best option for at least the first comers. We see a trend that this length of stay is growing by every time you come to Piemonte. So the first time you're always a little skeptical, it's a new destination, you need to familiarize with that. So it's generally the most chosen length of stay. It's 3 days and 2 nights, but then it increases, especially during summer. We have very long stays. It varies from 6 to sometimes even 12 nights. So,
Wow, great. And then on the truffle hunting, how far in advance do people need to book?
well, the earlier the better, because of course these guys are just the two of them. They're a couple that run the company. So depending on availability, we can offer also private tours. So this needs a little bit of planning. Otherwise, generally we group clients together because it's such a fun activity. It's good also to socialize a little and share this experience with other clients. The groups are around maybe maximum 10 to 12 people. So it's not like a crazy crowd. There are some blackout dates because the truffle hunting it's not permitted, but we can work on that on upon request. So
Okay, perfect. And Emanuela is from the area. She's awesome. She's helped all the clients that have come do personalized itineraries. So please use her as a resource as well. But thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
grazie, ciao ciao.